Welcome back. Love Church is a congregation in the West Loop that is bringing their message of community support outside of the church walls and partnering with another great Chicago organization, Project Swish. Here to talk about their big back-to-school sneaker giveaway, Pastor Kyrus Killingsworth from Love Church and McKinley Nelson, founder of Project Swish. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys feeling? It's back to school already. Are you kidding me?
Excited.
So, Pastor, talk to me about, obviously, your church is a mission of love, of course, Christ's love as well. But tell me why it was important for you to partner with Project Swish specifically.
Yeah, so super excited to partner with Project Swish. Inner city kid from the south side of Chicago. Parents didn't necessarily have the funding to provide sneakers for me going back to school. And so because of that, you know, I had some challenges from a morale standpoint and self-esteem. And so sneakers are near and dear to my heart, so I felt like it was ideal to provide sneakers for inner city kids that need them most.
Excellent. And McKinley, how did Project Swish start? Was it a similar story, and how long have you guys been established?
Well, when you hear Swish, you can kind of understand it's centered around basketball. I played basketball here in Chicago from the time that I can remember. And a lot of the guys that I played basketball with, I lost them to gun violence. So Project Swish is not only just a basketball organization, but it's a mental health organization as well, an anti-violence organization. And every year around our anniversary time, we try to do a big back-to-school giveaway. And the things that, you know, Love Church has done as far as spreading the word, and in the community as well, it only made sense for us to partner with them. I volunteered with them at a lot of things that they're done as far as like their turkey drives and stuff like that. But instead of just being a volunteer or a spectator, I just wanted to come on as a partner. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Excellent. So can anyone come? Do they have to be a church member or part of the West Loop, or can anyone that's in need come?
No, anybody in need. It's open to the city of Chicago. So we want to be a blessing to inner city kids right here in the city of Chicago, 63rd and Halsted. We're excited about what we're going to do on Saturday.
And talk to me about, I feel like you said sneakers are near and dear to your heart. Obviously, they're near and dear to your heart too. Talk to people who may not understand just what it's like to walk around and maybe you don't have the best sneakers, or maybe you have a hand-me-down from one of your siblings, and describe the feelings that you might receive from people when they get their own fresh pair.
I tell you, it's nothing like somebody walking up to you and telling you, man, McKinley, you got a fresh pair of sneakers on, right? So, I mean, it's pretty significant. And I just felt like it would be ideal. Outreach is a pillar for Love Church. And so we want to utilize this opportunity to really make impact right here in the city of Chicago. And we're super excited too, because a lot of folks from the larger community here in Chicago have provided donations that's going to help us make this purchase. So we're super excited.
Amazing.
Yep.
How about you? I feel like the look on people's faces is like the best part, whether it's kids or adults.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I kind of grew up a little more recently than Kyrus, and it's not a jab. It's not a jab on him at all. But I remember.
That's okay. That's okay.
I remember, you know, being in high school on Saturdays, waiting in line, you know, for those Jordans to come out, right? And if we got them and we wore them on Monday, it was a bigger deal. The guys that were able to get them and the guys that weren't, right? And just being real growing up in Chicago, people are a little mean sometimes, right? So what I like most about, you know, what Love Church is doing is these are new sneakers, right? So they get a chance to get a fresh pair of kicks. They're raising the money to purchase some kicks. And so when the kids go and, you know, just like we talked about hand-me-downs, right? They don't have to worry about that. They get a fresh pair of sneakers to start school. And I know that first day of school fit is super important in Chicago public schools. So
yeah,
I know
those are their shoes.
Absolutely.
And it's not just sneakers you guys are handing out. What other things are people able to receive at your event?
So the biggest thing is back to school season, so obviously book bags and school supplies, right? But you can get your shots and immunizations there as well. There's going to be some basketball on hand, right? Not only just t-shirt giveaways, but everything is being given away, right? Everything that we've done over Project Swish over the last 7 years has been completely free. So, you know, there's a Build-A-Bear workshop there. Like, there's so much to do. So there's something for every age. Everybody's invited, both men and women, girl and boy. So I'm excited about it.
Excellent. Where and when? What are the details? Where and when is this event? When can
Saturday, Kennedy King College, 6301 South Halsted, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Excellent.
Yep.
What do you hope, both of you can answer this, when they go home with these sneakers or these backpacks or the Build-A-Bear or whatever, to them it might be an item, but what do you hope the message that they take home with them when you give them these items?
Sure. The biggest thing is the last hoorah before school starts, you know, 48 hours later, right? And we're not really sure what kind of summer these kids had, but just taking them or sending them back to school a little bit more confidence, right?
Nice.
A little more swag, right? I know that part of the problem with performance in school is not having the resources, right? So we are like alleviating that problem right there, but make sure they have every book bag, every pencil, every piece of paper, every notebook that they need, in addition to some fly kicks. So if anything else, just to boost their self-esteem.
So for us, I think it's more about, we want our kids to know that they are seen, that we care, and more importantly, that we love them.
Excellent. Well,
Yep.
thank you guys. I hope the event is a smash. It's going to be awesome. For more on Love Church, follow them on social media at Love Global Men. And you can find Project Swish and their programs at projectswishchicago.com. Say Project Swish 5 times fast. I love it.
Swish,
Thank
swish,
you,
swish,
gentlemen,
swish.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us.